What's up, guys? My name's Anthony, you're watching Crypto Ride, and we're about to get into our regularly scheduled Chainlink technical analysis video. If you're a cryptocurrency investor looking to stay up to date on the link price action as 2020 unfolds, make sure to subscribe to our channel for regular updates. In this video, we'll discuss our newly confirmed bullish reversal pattern, revisit our rounded bottom theory, and also talk about the next probable support and resistance levels to watch out for. But before we get started, I want to thank all our new and returning subscribers for being part of the community. Also, don't forget to give this video a quick like before you leave the channel, because believe it or not, that simple act helps the videos perform better on the YouTube platform. Okay, let's talk about our favorite altcoin. In our last Chainlink price video, I was talking about a long-term pattern which was potentially forming called a rounded bottom. And I told you guys I was going to monitor this, and I want to go ahead and do that. I made this video right about here, and then just days later, these are the daily candles, you started watching this price rise and rise furiously on a lot of volume, which wasn't something I was looking for when I was talking about the rounded bottom theory. So I'm going to leave this blue line here, but unless this falls down in a hurry, this is most likely going to be a failed pattern. But let's also talk about some of the price levels we broke through. So first up is the 50-day moving average, which is this blue line I just highlighted. And on January 7th, you can see we busted through that hard and fast on a lot of volume. Huge volume spike here, which of course signifies a powerful move to the upside. So that's a great thing, and it looks like we have flipped that. Worst case scenario would be we come down and hopefully see this $2 price point become support, and we can stay over the 50-day. Now also, I want to talk about the 200-day moving average, which is this white line. You can see we are trying to break through that. So we've broken through the 50, the 100, I'm not showing it, but it's right around the same point. But the next overhead resistance is this 200-day moving average. You can see we tried to break past it December 11th. We couldn't quite get there. So in order for the pattern to play out and not become a false breakout, we will need to pass that 200-day moving average. In the introduction, I talked about a bullish reversal pattern, and the name of that pattern is a double bottom. And if you were watching our thumbnail, you might have noticed there was a W in it as well, and that W is really what you can look for when you're trying to identify a double bottom on the charts. So what's a double bottom? The double bottom looks like the letter W. The twice touched low is considered a support level, and we'll look on this in the Chainlink charts in a second. The advance of the first bottom should be a drop of 10 to 20%, then the second bottom should form within 3 to 4% of the previous low, and the volume on the ensuing advance should increase. And as you just saw before, we certainly saw the volume increase, so that's a good thing. The double bottom pattern always follows a major or minor downtrend in a particular security. In this case, we're talking about a cryptocurrency, and it signals the reversal and beginning of a potential uptrend. So let's take a look at the Chainlink chart, and here is the W that you saw in our thumbnail. This started on December 11th, and we confirmed this to the upside on January 10th. So just 2.5 days ago, we completed this. Now what you'll see is the price is starting to fall a little bit, as is the volume. So this is absolutely something to keep an eye on. I know I put a picture of the bull on the thumbnail also, but we have to wait and see if this upside breakout really ensues. And let's talk about what the upside could be if it does break out. In other words, let's talk about the measured move. Basically, in order to do that, what you're going to do is you're going to take the height from the highest point of the W to the lowest valley, which is right here. Now you'll bring that to the height of the breakout. And the breakout, I'll just draw this really quick for you. I'm always trying to teach you so you can do your own TA also, but the breakout is this line right across the top. So this is the top here. So once we break above this, we have a breakout confirmed. So you can see we tried to do it on January 11th. We tried again on January 12th. And today we kind of fell down a little bit. So again, I drew that bull, but I'm not entirely bullish right now. We have to wait and see if this thing falls down. But I want to show you where it can go if it does turn bullish. Now, the measured move, if we were going to go from the top of this breakout, would, believe it or not, bring us all the way back to that $3 price level. And look at that. That's exactly where this downtrend started. And that's an interesting thing because, of course, it would also be a natural spot for us to find overhead resistance up here. If we do break out, it probably won't go quite that high. You know, if you want to be safe, if you're trying to swing trade, you can take about half of that level off, try and catch this around $2.70. But as you guys know, I am an accumulator of Link, and I'm looking to invest in this thing long term because I believe the sky is the limit. You know, I think we could see $20, $25 Link. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a professional financial advisor, but I'm just telling you my opinion. I also want to talk about what could happen if we break out and where some potential resistance we might find along the way is if we go upwards. And I want to talk about what could happen if we fall lower, which I do believe, just seeing the last couple days, is a possibility. Not trying to turn bearish on you guys, but just keeping it real, as I always do. Again, just a reminder to give the video a like if you're enjoying the content I'm bringing you here. We are now looking at the 1 week time frame. So each of these candles represents 1 week of price action. That's why the W looks a little bit different, and the candles all look a little bit different right now. But you can see we had this huge week last week, and that's what really hurt my rounded bottom theory. But here we are, and if you look at some of these levels, you can see we had support over here. We had resistance over here. You know, I was also looking at this on the daily, and I think that $2.45 will be a price level if we do confirm an upside breakout that we could stall at. Also $2.66 and then $2.83 on our way up to that $3 price point if we turn bullish. But again, this isn't 100% confirmed. We've got our double bottom, but if this doesn't confirm and break out upside, what we're also going to keep a lookout for is for this to potentially turn into a triple bottom, which would mean we might see another leg down probably towards the end of January. We could see $1.77. That's a price point we saw come into play 1, 2, 3 times really, but 2 major times. And again, these are on the weekly candles. So when we see these, that's a weekly level of support, which makes it more significant than a daily candle. And then if the price breaks down lower than that, I'm not saying I think this is going to happen, but it is a possibility. In a worst case scenario, we could see it fall as low as $1.50. If we see $1.50, you better believe I am buying this thing up. I tweeted the other day some of the altcoins I'm looking at, and if you watch my channel regularly, you know I'm bullish on Cardano right now. I love the development they've been doing over there with Shelly. Also, I'm bullish on Ethereum and the DeFi movement. I'm going to make some videos on that in the coming weeks and months. I also want to give a quick shout out to another YouTuber who is keeping things real and making honest content. And this is someone who I recently connected with on crypto Twitter. And his channel goes by the name of CryptoTube. Now, if you're interested in Chainlink in particular, which you obviously are if you clicked on this, he recently put out a Chainlink mining update, which is a great video. That was just 5 days ago. But he also seems to talk a lot about masternodes in general. So if you're interested in running your own masternodes and learning more about how that all works, check it out if you're interested. And I also want to tell you that I'm excited as an investor about the markets right now. 2020 is off to a great start if you haven't noticed. And I do think the sky's the limit if this market gets hot, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Until then, I want to remind you never to invest more than you can afford to lose, as always. And don't get too wrapped up in the hour to hour and checking your blockfolio every 10 minutes because the price is going to do whatever it wants to do, and that's okay. It took me a long time to realize that as an investor. So the most important thing is just enjoying the journey and enjoying the ride. So with that, I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.